Sorry about that interruption. Right, so we were talking about factorize fully and the fact that that normally implies that there's more than one factorization. So I did a highest common factor and I divided it across by 5, but now what's left, the highlighted part, is a difference of 2 squares. So I'm going to keep my 5 and then I'm going to apply the difference of 2 squares rule to the rest of it. So you're asking yourself what's been squared there and what's been squared there. So in the first one, it's 1a, and in the second one, it's 5b. And then the way we do the difference of 2 squares is, so again, I'm going to leave the 5. And the way we do it is first minus second, and then first plus second. Yeah? That's that one. Marking on that one is the exact same. The whole paper is the exact same. 0, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, the whole paper is the exact same. So I'm not going to keep doing the marks because it's the same. Question 2. Again, we have factorize, but we also have factorize fully. So might imply that there's more than one factorization, perhaps not. So this one is, oh yeah, okay, I don't think it does. This one is an x squared and 25 is up here on this list. This is a y squared and did I leave out 64? I did. So 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81. So 64 is on that square list. And then you've got your minus in between. So this is a difference of 2 squares. So I open up what's being squared in the first and what's been squared in the second. So what's been squared in the first, that bracket a bit small, is 5 and x, and what's been squared in the second is 8 and y. And then we do first minus second, first plus second. So first minus second, first plus second. Okay, and 5 marks for that again. Now, this question generally was not good for people, and the multiply out or expand. So when you have the square, that means you have to write it twice. So it's x plus 10, x plus 10. Then we do the split the first multiplied by the second. So I'm going to take this and put it here. And I'm going to take that and put it there. I'm going to multiply that by x plus 10 and by x plus 10. Set up your multiplications. So x by x. Sorry, not a plus. X by plus 10 plus 10 by x and plus 10 by plus 10. So that's x squared plus 10x plus 10x plus 100. And then the question does say simplify. So if there are any families, which there are, we need to combine them. So that is x squared plus 20x plus 100. Yeah? Okay, and the second one. Show that the following is always divisible by 5. Okay? So the first part of this is the same as this, which we've already done, and the answer is that bit there. Yeah? So we don't have to do that again, we've done it. Now, let's do this bit though. So again, there's a square, so we'll have to go x minus 10, x minus 10. Split the first, repeat the second, so the x and the minus 10 get split up, and then repeat the second bracket, x minus 10, x minus 10. Yeah? Set up your multiplications, so x with minus 10 with x, and minus 10 with minus 10 gives us x squared minus 10x minus 10x. Two minuses make a plus, plus 100. If you have families, combine them. So that gives us x squared minus 20x plus 100. Okay? So, the green bit here is this. Then there's a minus. And then this is the yellow bit. Yeah? Now, there can't be a minus on its own there. So that is a minus invisible 1. So I'll throw that in. And let's write it properly. So I'm just going to go over to the side. So the green bit is x squared plus 20x plus 100. Then it's minus 1 brackets. And then the yellow bit goes in, which is x squared minus 20x plus 100. Yeah? So this was the green bit. There was the minus in the middle. And then this is my yellow bit. Okay, so I have to do this multiplication here. So I get x squared plus 20x plus 100 minus 1 by x squared is minus 1x squared. Minus 1 by minus 20x is plus 20x. And minus 1 by plus 100 is minus 100. Okay? Then we have a families. So we have this and this. We have this one and this one. Oh. And then, got this color, we have this one and this one. Yeah? So the pinks first, we have, that is an invisible 1 there. So we have 1x squared minus 1x squared. They cancel. The greens, plus 20x is plus 40x. And then the blues are plus 100 minus 100, which cancel out. And you were asked to show that this was divisible by 5. Basically, can that be divided by 5? Of course it can, because 40 is divisible by 5. So 40x divided by 5 is 8x. And that's how you did that one. Okay, and again, it was 5 marks. Okay, here's another factorise fully. So again, it looks like a difference of 2 squares because you have the square here, you have the square here, and you have the minus in the middle. But if I go back up to my list, 8 and 50 are not on it. So this is another one where you need to do the highest common factor first. I think the highest common factor is 4. So if I do 4 and then I divide by 4, that gives me 2x. That's not going to work. Now, this is interesting, right? I'm going to do this. So 2x squared. Oh, actually, does 50 divided by 4 even work? No, it doesn't. So 4 is not the highest common factor. So it must be 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4x squared, and then the minus, and then 50 divided by 2 is 25y squared. And now, if you look at what's in the bracket, those numbers are from my list, so that is a difference of 2 squares. So I leave my 2, and then I open my brackets that I'm going to put my squares in. So this is 2x. If you square 2x, you'll get 4x squared, and this is 5y. Yeah? So then the 2 is still hanging out there, and then we do our difference of 2 squares, which is first minus second, and first plus second. All right, same again, 5 marks. This one, I'm just going to rewrite it because I'm after going very close to it there. So 6kn plus km minus 2k squared minus 3mn. Okay, it says factorize, and it has 4 terms. So it is a grouping one where we do the green group, and we do the, sorry, I said green and drew red. The red group and the green group. So common factor in the red group, I think, is just going to be 1k. So we divide by 1k and divide by 1k. Open up my bracket, and the answer 6 divided by 1 is 6. The k's will cancel, and n. Plus, there's an invisible 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. The k's cancel again, and leave me with m. I don't know if this is going to work this way, is it? Should I have rearranged? So I don't really have anything common there. The only thing common would be minus 1. And if I divide by minus 1 and divide by minus 1, that's going to give me plus 2k squared and plus 3mn. So they absolutely don't match. Yeah, so that did not work. So let's try and mix them up a little bit. I'm just going to scroll over. So I'm going to put a line through this to show the examiner that I attempted it, but I was incorrect. I'm not rubbing it out, because if you make a mess of it again, there might be some marks in that you could get. So let's go. 6kn and minus 2k squared. Yeah, so if I put, for my red bracket, if I put this one with this one, and see if that helps. And then I'm going to go for my green bracket, the other two, which is plus km and minus 3mn. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so like this is where I think some of you got, like, there's no harm. Like, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. You just need to try something different. It just means you took the wrong number out. So common factor here is 2k. So that's 2k and that's 2k. 6 divided by 2 is 3. The k's cancel, and I've got n. Here it's a minus. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then we've 2 k's on the top and 1 on the bottom. So that will take out one of them and leave one behind. Yeah? Then for the green, I'm going to go, there's an invisible 1 here. So I'm going to go plus 1m. And I'm going to divide by plus 1m, and I'm going to divide by plus 1m, and I'm going to open my bracket. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. The m's cancel, and I have a k. Minus and a plus is a minus. 3 divided by 1 is 3, and the m's cancel. Okay, well, I'm a lot closer this time. Now, am I right, though? Do these match? So I have a plus 3n. They don't. I have a minus 3n. Sorry, that's after slowing down. And then I have a minus k, a minus 1k, and a plus 1k, so they don't match. So remember I told you what to do? All that has happened there is that this sign, see that in the middle, is wrong. So I shouldn't have taken out a plus, I should take a minus, and then I'm going to fix these as well. So these will be minuses, and then that whole bracket needs to be done again. So now here I have a plus and a minus, which is a minus. 1 divided by 1 is 1. The m's cancel, and I have the k. Yeah? Where's my k? Go, go, go. There you go. And then for this one, I have 2 minuses, which make plus. 3 divided by 1 is 3. The m's cancel, leaving me with an n. Okay, and now they do match. My 3n here, which is positive, matches with my positive 3n over here. And my minus 1k matches with my minus 1k. So now I have it right. I can write down my matching bracket and my highest common factor. Okay, so you have to play around with those, you know, which is the right combination. And then even when I got the right combination, I had the signs wrong. Okay, so it's not, it doesn't necessarily always work out really nicely. You do have to do a little bit of work. All right, this one, factorize fully. It's got 3 terms, which means it's a guide number. So we take the first number and the last number and we multiply them to get a guide of 2 times 1, which is 2. We do the factors of 2. It's not going to be a long list. It's just 2 times 1. It's prime, so there's only one set of factors. Now, this is where some people got derailed. Okay, so obviously we're going to choose that because there's no other options. But look at what we're trying to find. It's minus 3. So to make these two numbers give you minus 3, you would need to have a minus 2 and a minus 1. Okay, otherwise they give you plus 3, which we don't want. So then we write it down, 2x squared minus 2x minus 1. So these two here are coming from here. Yeah? And then plus 1. Then same again, red brackets, green brackets. It's being so slow. Right, so the common factor in the red bracket is 2x. So we will divide by 2x, divide by 2x, which will give us 1. 2 x's on the top and 1 on the bottom. This will cancel one of those. So you've got x minus 1 and the x's cancel. Okay, and then the green. Where did I lose my x? Oh, sorry, this is meant to have an x on it. Sorry, I rubbed it out and it didn't go back in. So my common in this bracket, I think, should be minus 1. So I divide by minus 1, divide by minus 1, and open my bracket. The two minuses there in the first one make a plus. 1 divided by 1 is 1, and then x. And then the different signs make a minus, and 1 divided by 1 is 1. So then we're asking, do these match? And they do. So we write down 1x minus 1, 2x minus 1. Okay, 1x minus 1 from the brackets and 2x minus 1 from the common factors. Okay, I think, oh, 2 more to go, is it? Okay, so this one, actually, when I did this one, we did this before, I think. So we have this, m minus k equals 4, and they tell us here that k is 7. So it becomes m minus 7 equals 4. Actually, sorry, now that I think about this one, this bit here on this bit I'm doing right now is solving, which we have done, but we haven't done this year. So I might need to adjust the marks on this one. I'll finish it anyway. But if any of you lost marks, and there was a few of you that lost marks on this one, just let me know. Because depending on what you wrote, I might need to give you full marks, because this bit here requires solving, and that's not part of this test. Anyway, let me know. So this bit here is work out the value of. So it's 9k minus 6m, which is 9k was 7 minus 6m was 11 if you did the solving part. 7 9s are 63 minus 6 11s are 66. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this to catch up. There you go. And if you do 63 minus 66, you get minus 3. Okay, again, 5 marks. This one again, we've seen it a few times now. It's your factorizing, your highest common factor with groups. Yeah. So we're going to go with a common factor of 2, I think. So 2x. We're going to divide by 2x and divide by 2x. And then I'm going to open a bracket. So 8 divided by 2. Sorry. 8 divided by 2 is 4. The x's cancel, leaving me with a. Minus 14 divided by 2 is 7. The x's cancel, leaving me with b. The other one I think is the number is only a 1, and then, sorry, I should do this in green. So I think it's plus 1y, I think. Okay, so the first one there is 4 divided by 1 is 4. The y's cancel, and I'm left with a. The second one, I have a minus and a plus, which is a minus. 7 divided by 1 is 7, and the y's cancel, leaving me with b. Oh, and that just worked out. They match. So 4a minus 7b is my matching bracket, and then 2x plus 1y is my highest common factor. Yeah? Okay, and the last question. So it is yet another one of these. So I'm actually just going to write them again because they're very squishy. Okay, so I didn't do it in there, I just wrote it out. Okay. So it is a factorizing with 4 terms, so it's a factorizing by grouping. I'm not going to bother changing it and see what it looks like, I think. So my red highest common factor, I think, is 3a. I'm going to divide by the 3a, divide by the 3a, which gives me 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then 2 a's on the top but 1 on the bottom. The 1 on the bottom removes 1 from the top, so I'm left with an a. 6 divided by 3 is 2. The a's are gone, and b. There we go. The green bracket then, I'm going to go with a plus 4c. So I'm going to divide by the plus 4c. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. The c cancels the c, and I'm left with a. There you go. The second one, I have a minus and a plus, so that's minus. 8 divided by 4 is 2. The c's are going to cancel out, leaving me with b. Oh, sorry. 2 and b. That gone so thick. Okay, sorry, I'll try that again. So 8 divided by 4 was 2, and the b. Okay. Right, so brackets match. So I write down my matching brackets, and I write down my highest common factors. Okay, next one is 2 terms. The x is squared, the y is squared, the 9 is off the list, and the 16 is off the list. So it's a difference of 2 squares. So I open up and square minus open up and square. So this is 3x, because you have to square 3 to get 9, and you have to square x to get x squared. And this is 4y, because you have to square 4 to get 16, and y to get y squared. And then we do first minus second, first plus second. Yeah. And then the last one was use factors to simplify. So this is where you split it up into the top and the bottom. We did a few of these in class. So the top is 2x squared plus 4x, and the bottom is 2x squared plus x minus 6. I'm going to put in my invisible 1 because that's going to be handy for that bottom line. So while the bottom line is loading in there, the top line has 2 terms. It's not a minus, and they're not squared. One of them is, the other one isn't. So this one is going to be a highest common factor. So the highest common factor is 2x. Sorry, I'm just going to change colour. The highest common factor is 2x. So I'm going to write down my 2x and open my bracket. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then an x squared on the top and an x on the bottom. The 1 on the bottom takes away one of the ones on the top, leaving me with x. And then plus